All right, beautiful people. Happy Tuesday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Hope my service is coming in okay. I'm a lot of people traveling this week. So if you're traveling, safe travels to you. We pray for your safety. And what a great, how many of you liked yesterday? Little LOVE, love. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I enjoyed that yesterday. So the word for today is bold. So I'm going to go quick, and me and Coach Myra is going to tag team. I'm going to talk about the benefits, and she's going to talk about the how-to. So we're going to knock this out. But if you look at the definition of bold, it's not afraid of danger or difficult situations. Who's the person in your life over the years outside of yourself that you would recognize as a bold person? A person that comes to my mind is my granddad. His name was John Palmer. And through the years, I've heard a lot of stories about him and his boldness, and so he's no longer with us, but his legacy lives on in the fact of some of the things they've talked about. Who in your life is that way? Maybe reach out to them today. They're still here, and tell them how much you appreciate them, but not afraid of danger or a difficult situation. When everybody else is running out, they're running in, And I come across this. I want to read this to you. Be bold or courageous. When you look back on your life, you'll regret the things you didn't do more than the ones you did. That really, when I became a head football coach, I was wanting to go in a different area. I was wanting to go ahead and become an administrator. And that one thing is what drove me to being a head football coach. Because I thought, if I don't do it, what kind of regret will I have because I wasn't bold enough to step forward? And so what's benefits of being bold? Well, number one, being bold gives you a voice. Being bold is a very unique, and there's not many people out there that are bold. So when you are bold, you get more of a voice, like in your profession, in the world around you, because people need people that are willing to step forward and be bold. Being bold builds your confidence. I think about Myra's changed a lot of programs and places in her life. And she's here today, but she's like, come on, talk about somebody else. But, she took another position recently to change something, and she's doing that. And so that's a boldness that also builds confidence. Thinking about Billy with his marathon running. I'm thinking about Melissa, who exercises and starts doing reels. You had to be bold. You had to step out there. Being bold motivates you. Being bold attracts the visionary people to you. Like when you're bold, it's just, I guess I can say this word, it's sexy. People want to, they're attracted more to you when you're bold. You're willing to step out there. You're willing to run in when everybody else is running out. Being bold is exciting. I think people that live a bold life, they're just more excited human beings, like because they're out there thriving and not just surviving in life. And remember this, the majority of people in this world since the beginning of time, they survive their life. But then there's those few, there's those select few that decide they want to thrive through their life. So hope this helped today. Coach, I'll turn it to you.
All right. And first of all, I want to say John Palmer was one of the finest men I've ever met in my life, Brent's granddaddy. My dad and John were very good friends. And yes, he was a very bold man and just very respected. So brought a smile on my face to hear you talk about Mr. John this morning. So being bold is very difficult at times. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, I think all of us know that every single day probably we all deal with that. You know, it's something that each and every one of us can do a better job of. I mean, I know personally, and I know you hear Coach Palmer and I both say this a lot. When we say a message to you and we're pointing it to you, there's 3 fingers pointing back at us. And I know I can do a much better job in this area. So how can we become a more bold individual? Well, think about all the things that you're pretty good at. And how did you become good at it? Because it's called repetition. You practiced it. Even in your mind, when you didn't realize you were doing this repeatedly and you become confident, that's how it happened. So you're good at that because you practice it. Same thing with being bold. You got to practice that. You know, the driving factor that helps keep us from becoming bold is what? It's one of those 4-letter words, fear. Fear keeps us from becoming bold. Fear is a powerful force that sometimes pushes us into a comfort zone. Have you ever thought about that? Because we are fearful to step out and lead and make decisions or even stand up on something that maybe you agree or disagree with, the fear takes over. And then what do? We just go back down and we get comfortable where we were. Why try to be bold? I'm comfortable where I'm at. How many times have we said that? You know, but the good thing is that we can work our way out of that comfort zone by just practicing to be bold. We'll give you just a few things that I think maybe you can grab a nugget or 2 that might help. And we say this a lot with a lot of our words. So it's important, I think, when we keep saying words and we're talking about words and we keep telling you to write it down. We see that over and over in our research and we share with y'all. Write it down. Identify what scares you. You know what scares me? Is when I go and meet with somebody, whether it's a big donor or whatever, I'm a little bit scared that when we're asking for something to help us pay for it, that they might say no. But then instead of backing off what I choose to look at, I write that down. So how do I handle it? I just tell myself, Myra, what's the worst thing they can do? Say no. No big deal. Okay, on to the next one. So write down what the fears are. Describe your fears and speak your fears out to a close friend that you trust, a mentor that you trust. Speak it out loud. I know sometimes some of our best decisions come from just listening to ourselves say something to someone else. Having conversations with ourselves are not a bad thing. So speak it out loud to someone you trust. Okay, now I'm going to share something about myself I'm not proud of, but y'all, I think that several of you can relate to this. You got to break out of your routine. Okay, I'm super OCD when I'm getting ready every morning. I'm 60 years old, and I've probably been doing this same routine for, I'm going to say, at least 40 years or more. Every bit of what I do in getting ready, my makeup, my moisturizer, my hairbrushes, my blush, every single thing is on the sink at every single spot. This is a perfect example of how you overcome fear. Change up your routine. Guys, that's a simple thing, but it absolutely is so difficult for me. But when I do it, my perspective changes. So take something simple in your life like that and change it. If you brush your teeth with your right hand, brush with your left hand. Don't be scared to make small changes. You know, when we make small changes in our comfortable routine, we're practicing discomfort without taking any risk. Again, it's perspective. How do you look at things? Do something that makes you nervous. Find something that makes you nervous, and guess what? Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Nothing crazy big, but something small. Do it anyway. Celebrate every win. When you do something big or small, that is courageous. And that, my friends, is being bold. So here's 3 quotes I'm going to leave with you. The first one is from Robert Kiyosaki. I'm sure I butchered that last name up. Often in the real world, it's not the smart that get ahead, but guess what? The bold. Number 2, Ed Sheeran. Be original. Don't be scared of being bold. And then Angelina Jolie said it best probably. Make bold choices and make mistakes. It's all of those things that add up to the person that you become. So don't be scared to mess up. Don't be scared to screw up. Be bold. Be bold. So happy Tuesday. Great to see y'all. Love you guys. Look forward to seeing you again one day this week. Don't know when yet. Maybe Thursday.
Coach, thank you for the lesson this morning. That was really good. Really good. I enjoyed that. So, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. And have a great Tuesday out there. We'll see you back tomorrow.
Bye, guys. Love y'all.
Thank you, coaches.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.